Hey guys, how's it going? This is gonna be the video review for MP21 Masterpiece Bumblebee, the bootleg from TF Direct. Now, if you did not know this was a bootleg, you'd have no way really of knowing this was a bootleg by looking at the packaging. Oh, there's the figure peeking out, but I'm gonna get to that in just a second. I mean, the printing on this, the quality of the box, it's all top-notch, quality printing. I would not know this was a bootleg if I did not know it was a bootleg. If I hadn't bought this myself, knowing it was bootleg, if I had gotten this, you told me it was official, I would have completely believed it. Anyway, at least as far as the box goes. Now, the toy itself does have some flaws, which, well, I guess. But before we get to that, I drop it. High quality trading card, again, just as good as the real deal. Same thing with the bag. Hey, what spare tire? Why is it in there and not on the figure? Oh, we're gonna get to that. So, but the instructions printed just like the real thing. Alright, so enough of the praise. Now we're going to get to the figure itself. Oh wait, but before we do that, accessories. How could I forget? He comes with this gun, pretty cool. And he of course comes with, I'm not sure if this is supposed to be Spike or Daniel, in an exosuit. I can't get this thing to transform correctly. Maybe it's just me. I've tried, but yeah. Anyway, I'll show off this guy here before we dive too far into Bumblebee's vehicle mode. It's okay. It's kind of a neat little thing to have, but certainly I know the reason why they included it, because you'll see why when we get to the figure. It was basically to help justify the cost of the masterpiece. But on, the bootleg, I could have lived without this piece, but I guess it's nice to have. It looks fairly good. Of course, except for the face, which is, and I'll zoom in on that for you. It's the dead eye. It's not really that well defined of the face, and there's no eyes, so it's not perfect, but that's kind of been the par for the course on these masterpiece figures as far as the human components go on them. But anyway, it's got decent articulation. It bends at the knee there, bowl jointed at the hips. Of course, there's no waist rotation. You got basically all the way up and down at the shoulder. You got ball jointed elbows, you got hinged forearms, so it's got a decent range of motion. It's not the greatest thing ever made, but it's not horrible either. It is what it is. Not great, not terrible, not essential, but nice to have, I guess. Anyway, I'm done talking about the exosuit, so let's move on to the figure. And you can probably see this on camera pretty good. When I transform him into vehicle mode, now he came out of the box formed just fine, but when I try to transform back into vehicle mode, I always have this gap here, which bothers me. I haven't been able to close that gap, despite my trying, and it bugs me some, but could be because it's a bootleg, it could be because of me, I'm not sure. Whatever. It doesn't seem to hold. His vehicle mode does not seem to hold together all too well, but it could just be the fact that it's a bootleg. I fully accept that, and if that's the case, it's my fault. But I'm not going to be displaying this guy in vehicle mode anyway, but that's... And also, the reason I don't have the spare tire on here is this flipping back license plate is in there so tight. Of course, now it comes off. Well, whatever. Before I get into, I guess I'll pause before I transform him and put the spare tire on there so you can see it. Oh, hey, it was so tight it wouldn't come out, and I finally got it. Anyway, So this is his vehicle mode, and as you can see, go ahead and grab Wheeljack here. It's absolutely tiny. I mean, these are basically, most of the Autobot cars are Voyager size. This is a very small deluxe. In fact, actually guys, I'm going to pause real quick. I'm going to go get a spare tire, and then I'm going to grab something else for some comparison, just so you can see how small this guy is. Be right back, guys. Okay guys, I'm back, and yeah, just to finish off the comparison, there he is with Wheeljack, and there he is with his rear tire, and I do like the way that looks. I'm going to definitely keep the rear tire on there. But anyway, here is a one-step changer, and it's about the same size as that. So, obviously, you know, this is a very small figure. Anyway, let's go ahead and get those other figures out of the way. So yeah, basically that's, oh wait, one other thing. He did come with 2 mirrors, because he should, the VW only had a mirror on the driver's side, and I don't know if this is due to the fact that it's the bootleg or not, but it came with a left and a right mirror rather than just instead of 2 left mirrors. So again, I don't know if that's an error or if that's how the original toy came, since I don't have the original toy. Also, I did notice there is a paint difference. This side is a different shade than this side, at least on the hood. So this is definitely not perfect, and compared to Wheeljack, not nearly as good of a quality, at least in vehicle mode. But that pretty much is going to wrap up vehicle mode. So what I'm going to do right now, guys, I'm going to pause, get this guy transformed, and then we're going to talk about his robot mode. Be right back, guys. Alright guys, here we have Bumblebee transformed into his robot mode, but before we start talking about him a bunch, let's do size comparisons. Boom! There he is with Wheeljack. There he is with Blue Streak, and he is teeny tiny next to them. Not surprising, since he is a teeny tiny masterpiece. So let's get these guys out of the way. See you later, Bumblebee. Oh, I hope I don't have to fix you later. Alright, anyway. Let's get them out of the way. Alright, now, let's bring in the little accessory he comes with. Guy there in the exo suit, Spike and or Daniel. And there he is with his one-step changer. And as you can see, he's about the same mass as the one-step changer. Kind of funny. Masterpiece weighs a little bit more, or seems a little slightly heavier. Anyway, bye-bye one-step changer. This is my kid's, by the way, but she never really plays with it, of course. She's 5, so her attention span as well, you know. Anyway, neither here nor there. So, let's go ahead and lower the camera so it's a little more Bumblebee's actual height that he would need. Zoom in a bit. And we already showed off the exosuit guy, so bye-bye. Now, you know how I said I had some problems with this guy in vehicle mode? Well, let me say something here. I really I do not have any problems with this guy in robot mode. Vehicle mode, yeah, it has its issues. Robot mode? Nope. I love the robot mode on this. This is outstanding. Absolutely outstanding robot mode. Anyway, let's go over his articulation. He's got some ankle tilt. That's supposed to be his knee. It's just a real low knee there. It's like double jointed. Omnidirectional at the hips. He does have the waist rotation. Shoulders obviously are on ball joints, so all around, in and out. Bicep swivel, elbow bend. Does he have wrist no wrist rotation. Which I can see why, due to the transformation and the engineering and all that, I can live without wrist rotation. Head is universal, so obviously very poseable little dude. Can hold wide stances easily. Awesome figure. Again, if I did not know this was a bootleg, I would, in robot mode anyway, I would have no way of knowing this thing is a bootleg. It looks absolutely just great in robot mode. I'm really digging this a lot. Yeah, really loving it. I love it. Yeah. So the question is, should you add this guy to your collection? Well, like I said in my Wheeljack video, if you are big on resale value, and you know you're a person who holds on to Transformers for just a bit, then resells them, no, because the resale value on a bootleg, let's keep it for like 30 years, is not going to be nearly what it is on a genuine figure. It just isn't going to be there. But if you don't care about that and you just want a cool Bumblebee at a discount price compared to the Masterpiece, yeah, absolutely get them. Now, in my last video, I talked a little bit about the ethics of buying a bootleg. Personally, I don't have a problem with it because I feel the official Masterpieces are just overpriced for what they are, at least the Autobot cars. I buy tons and tons of official product anyway. It's not like I only buy bootlegs. I buy tons and tons of official product, as you know from this channel. I even buy lots of official Masterpieces. So, this is just to fill gaps in my collection. However you personally feel about it, I'm just going to say each one of you is going to have to make that decision for yourself. I guess my only caveat is they're not going to be entirely perfect because they are bootlegs, but darn it, they are good. And don't give them to little kids. I don't know if they, you know, who knows what kind of paint and stuff they got on, but still, overall, yeah, they're great. I have no real reservations recommending these to collectors. I would say get the KOs if you want to save some money. If you, that's it. Like I said, it's entirely up to you. Anyway, if you did like this, as always, please thumbs up, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.